it's Supernova in Sydney. And then start with that and just go from there. Looking for my people. This is the beacon. We're lighting for the way. Supernova is Australia's largest pop culture convention that has events in 6 different cities throughout the year. I went to my local Sydney one for the first time in years, especially to search for whatever Godzilla merch I could find. Hell yeah. Yes, my dude. Came for the goods. It was great meeting Louis Joyce and we had a great conversation. Unfortunately, my camera lost battery as we were talking, but I asked him how he managed to get the rights from Toho since they're notoriously protective of their IP, and he had told me that he went through the comic publishers IDW, who had the rights. And Toho was super enthusiastic about him creating a Godzilla story based in Australia, and the only feedback they had to provide for him was to change the amount of fingers Godzilla had from 3 to 4, which is honestly an amazing achievement if that's the only feedback they had. Believe it or not, unlike in the States where you're lucky enough to have a Godzilla-focused convention known as G-Fest, there is hardly any Godzilla-related merch in Australia. I still had a great time hanging out with friends and seeing what Godzilla art is in the giant artist alley. Granted, I saw a total of 3 artists who had anything Godzilla-related, but I still had a good time. I'm now making it my mission to bring Godzilla popularity to Australia because, frankly, there's not enough. But you also have like my 2 fandoms, which is Monster High as well as Godzilla. I'm just like,
and it's my autism.
Yes! You get it! Oh my god, little thigh!
If they ever make us collective Godzilla, I'm spending so much money.
I'm making my own because I can't wait that long.
Really?
I'm making my own custom ones. I'm doing a whole line. So I'm slowly but surely recording it.
Can I see it?
I was like, yes. Oh look at the little guy! I will be getting one of these as well. He's just a little guy. But the king. But I already have so much of this song. I mean, okay, I don't have that print. So, it is a good print. Surely. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, surely. Like, they've got a Mothra almost. Though that could be Mothman. Mothra or Mothman, I don't know. You decide. And it's always the booths you least expect.
Yeah.
Like, I was amazed when we went to DreamHack. The first and only time I went to DreamHack.
Oh yeah.
And there was and there was one artist there who completely got my aesthetic, and it was Godzilla, and I was just like, far out. And I was like, yeah, and I was just like, never again will this ever be found. Like, there's a 1 in a million chance. I ended up buying 3 prints of the same print in different sizes. I'm like, I don't care. Like, amazing. I will support you. Make more of this. Wait. Oh, I think I've seen Godzilla. Godzilla sighted. Little man. Oh, cute. Say hi. So, what's your experience with Godzilla?
The only Godzilla I have watched was a 1998 film, and why it stands out for me is the now problematic single from the soundtrack. One of my favorite songs from the soundtrack was the P. Diddy song.
Yep, definitely. It is a classic. Even though I wouldn't as its own standalone movie, 1998 is top tier in my opinion.
Yeah.
As a Godzilla film, definitely not, because the whole lore of it has changed. But
it's a Hollywood movie.
Exactly.
But that soundtrack is still top tier. You go back to the soundtrack to this day, there's banger after banger after banger on that soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly. What's your Godzilla hot take?
Godzilla is actually Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because in the lore there always must be one Godzilla, and in Buffy there must also always be a Vampire Slayer. So,
although that kind of gets debunked at the end with every girl's a Slayer though.
And then there can be many Godzillas. I'm not against that.
True, very true. I like it. Both my fandoms are represented. Excellent. So Ellie, tell me, what do you think of Godzilla? Like, what first comes to your mind when you think of Godzilla?
I just think giant monster boy. I think he breathes some sort of magic fire at some point. I don't know much about Godzilla, so I'm not,
Perfect. No, that's good. Like, okay, what is like the most Godzilla thing that you've seen? Like, even it's the MonsterVerse films. Like, what? Like, have you had any experience with Godzilla at all?
Not really. I think my dad used to watch the movies, but he always said it was too scary for us when we were younger. So the most I've seen of Godzilla was when we went to Japan and we got to see Godzilla like on top of the building and his little claws on the side. But that's literally it. I haven't seen any.
As long as you've seen Shinjuku Godzilla, you've already seen like the most Godzilla thing you can. So that's great.
We had to make the trip. We saw him. We knew he was there, and even though I'm not a fan, I'm like, I have to get a photo. It's just iconic.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to pay your respects, like 100%. You're in his country. You're in his territory. You got to make him like feel acknowledged. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
All good.
And Jay, what are your thoughts on Sam Neill in the new MonsterVerse film?
I'm very happy. I hope he plays a villain. I think it would be really cool. And yeah, I think it's just like a really cool thing for, the GOAT to be in another, MonsterVerse franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you hoping to see in the next film? Because a lot of the actors are already kind of like spoiling that Space Godzilla is going to be a thing, but I kind of feel like that's going to be a red herring. Like they're trying to say like, oh, it's Space Godzilla, but like it'll either be Space Godzilla and someone else, or they're completely throwing off the scent. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I haven't seen much. I've seen like some of the things with the new movie, like the filming in Brisbane and things like that. I've only seen a little bit of Space Godzilla and stuff like that. I think it would be really cool. But yeah, because I like the Monarch series for Godzilla, and it's like more of a serious tone, but the movies are a bit more silly, which is like fine and things like that. But I know I kind of want them to kind of set up something pretty serious and like follow that tone that the series has been doing. But that's what I was really disappointed with in the last movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because was it King of the Monsters was really setting us up for it, where it's like, oh, we're gonna go down like a serious sort of path there, and then sort of like, haha, buddy cop film, and then I'm waiting for like the doom and gloom 100%.
Yeah, well, especially with like the King Kong movie, that was like Skull Island was amazing.
Yeah,
and it just like such a serious tone, and it was just really good. And like even the 2014 Godzilla, shout out to Gareth Edwards, Jurassic World Rebirth as well. He's directing that. Godzilla Easter egg in that as well at the start. So yeah, very serious tones and things like that, and now it's just going buddy cop. So yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, and have you watched any of the original Toho films from Godzilla?
Like, probably 10 years ago now. I remember me and my brother watched a few of the old Japanese ones, but the only recent thing that I've watched is probably -1, because you actually got me to watch it because it was on Netflix, and that was like at the start of last year or whatever. Chef's Kiss, beautiful film, beautiful.
We stand that film.
Yeah, I would want like something. I'd want Jurassic to make something like that. Like honestly, it was amazing.
I mean, never say never. They could do it. Like it's paving the way.
Yeah,
so.
Like there's especially we've spoken about this so many times, but with Jurassic Park and Godzilla, like there's always like little crossovers and things like that. Like the Lost World with the Rex in San Diego. That's pretty much just a play on from the 1998 like Godzilla movie, like just big monster in the streets and stuff like that, and running and all that stuff, and and now it's even more like that because of the new movie. So yeah, it's just I want something more of a serious tone, like how -1 was for my particular franchise I'm into.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like fingers crossed, because like as much as I'm like not like I love Jurassic Park as well. Like I think that's what sort of stemmed me getting into the whole like Godzilla thing. It's like all baby steps, stepping stones. But like I'm not nearly into it as much as you are. But at the same token, like you're not nearly as into like Godzilla as I am. But like with our forces combined, like we are just gonna own the like kaiju verse and dinoverse. So like
until it gets into power scaling and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's when the internet will like slaughter us.
That's for another episode. Thank you so much.
No, all good. I'd love to do more of this and things like that. And yeah, you've been doing really amazing with all the Godzilla stuff. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you were crying.
No, it's fine.
Thank you so much for watching. My next convention will be at PAX Australia in October, and I hope to see you there.